participated this OTS tournament at Millennium Games in Rochester, and in the finals I played against Johnny Vu, a very good player, and it was me against Johnny. Johnny was on Blackwings, and we had just actually played, which was hilarious. It was 7 rounds of Swiss, which is insane for an OTS. It was a small regional, and at the at round 7 we ended up playing each other. I took it, I believe it was 2-1. Both games were very good. It was just very funny that both of us, because he was undefeated into round 7 with Blackwings, which is just incredible. And I went against him. I built my deck prepared for Pearly, and like this deck's very similar to Pearly in a certain sense, setting up the unaffected walls. And also me and Johnny, I complimented him here because like the common Blackwing Dragon, isn't that just the Chad move? Like, I think he has a secret, and like every time he'd bring out the secret, I was like, man, you gotta bring out the common. He could just bling out, but he's like, nah, I'm gonna Chad out with the common. Shout out, great player. Yeah, no, so Blackwings is a cool pick. I think a lot of people underestimate modern Blackwings a lot because people remember from Edson, but now it plays a lot differently, and like it's much more of a combo deck where you use things like Dissipator and like sub towers and like burns and going through lots of combo lines, being able to play through certain hand traps. It's really nice. So it's very versatile and good deck that will just roll a tournament as Johnny did. If you like, especially just like are not prepared for it. So Sam, do you have any thoughts on modern Blackwings? I had main deck Herald of the Abyss at this point, and that certainly helped in these games. I mean, Johnny would set up a board. I mean, as we see right here, he set up a board of full Armor Master plus the burn for 900, I think, every time, and then plus the Black Whirlwind, and then he also searched the hand trap, which allows him to do Blackwing stuff on my turn. He does have 3 cards in hand, so we can, I mean, I see a Zephyros too, so that means, I'm not sure if he has any hand traps. I did not have any hand traps at this point, and my hand is Foolish Burial, Super Poly, Gold Sark, Nadir Servant, Branded Fusion, Retribution, so it's very much a hand I'm able to play into. I do the Foolish Burial. I was like, I can't really Super Poly this board because obviously Full Armor Master is unaffected. However, the Foolish Burial is going to be a good way to bait out some hand traps at least. I know I did get some people to like ash my like opening, or like I felt like insert, like obviously you sequence proper, you need to sequence properly playing Branded. So I go send the Tragedy, and then I get the Aluber. Johnny hasn't really done anything at this point. He doesn't have a whole lot of roads of interaction, so it's really like he knows my deck struggles to get over towers. However, like if you're running Titaniclad, which I was today, it's just this matchup very much is in your favor. I kind of realized this like at the latter half of our first game in Swiss too, where Titaniclad just wins the matchup. But it's just, that's why I love Titaniclad. It just solves so much. It's just a way to get over the towers. So we're gonna go Gold Sark here, and obviously banish the Mercurier. But I think I have Mercurier in hand or something. So no, I don't. So I don't know why I'm waiting on this. Oh, I think I already banished the Mercurier. Got it. I'm just bad. And we search the Cartesia so we can try to dodge some imperms. I believe, I mean, we're going to go Aluber here, but like obviously after a Branded Fusion resolves, which I'm like, he has 1 card in hand I really don't know about. So like he probably doesn't have Ash. I can just go for the normal Aluber. Like if he doesn't have Imperm at this point. And I go for the Super Poly too. I was like, maybe I can get something like an Effect Veiler, but like the Super Poly, I was just like, I'll get rid of this now so he doesn't just burn me more. Like because the thing's just gonna be chipping away at my life either way, and I'm gonna need to Super Poly either way. So I was like, fuck it, here I have the Retribution. Like it could help my grind game. Retribution isn't doing anything. We go into the Quertus, which can help. It's just like a card that it floats. Quertus is just one of the best cards in the deck. Quem plus Quertus is like, that's a lot. Like because Quertus mentioned Swallow in the Valbaz, so like I felt like that was an okay play. Maybe it wasn't exactly optimal, I will say. I could have probably saved the Super Poly, honestly. I just felt like I needed to make a play at that point, and we search out the Branded Lost because we hard opened the Brand Fusion, which is what we like to do here. We get the Brand Fusion out. He doesn't have the Ash Blossom, so we are going to be able to start playing here, as Chandler said. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Blackwings, it's something I really struggled against personally. It's one of those decks that Johny has, like, owned me on several times. It's a deck that can actually play through Gimmick Puppet sometimes. Maybe I just didn't know how to play at that point. Like I said, I didn't run Titaniclad up until recently. I think Titaniclad is just one of the best cards in the extra deck. You know, it makes it, Wurmbrum makes it a super poly on your opponent's turn. And then just this ability to go up and get over towers, plus Dragoon in order to get over Pearly. It's really just like Branded has the toolbox. It has the answers to do stuff. However, you just need to know how to use them and sequence properly. So we're just going to send the Fallen of Albaz plus the Dark Magician because we want to get into Dragoon here. We're trying to break a board. And in my build, which you can check out the deck profile on my channel, look for top 4 Despia profile, I want to make the Dragoon, and we know he doesn't have Effect Veiler. He would have Veilered the Luber naked, so like we're just gonna get the free Lubellion, and I think I should be spinning back the Lubellion if I'm not here already. I'm not sure why I'd be considering it elsewise. So I need to make sure that my cards are right side up. I hope I did not. I forgot to leave it like that. I think that's fine for extra deck, but whoopsies on me. This glare is kind of killing me, honestly. But I get it. Like, it happens in my videos. So, we go Dragoon, though, so we can just stop anything. And then we go Nadir Servant, which is our next line of play. You know, unfortunate. I think, what's Full Armor Master's defense, Sam? Is it 2,900 or is it 3,000?
It's 3,000 both ways, yeah.
Yeah, so like currently I can't. Sorry?
That card is brutal in defense mode.
Yeah, that's the thing. He'll set multiple in defense mode. It's really brutal. I think you'll see that this game. I just think here is the play I make. Shout out to my boy Yuri, who reminded me about this when we were cooking the day before. But Dragoon can get over the towers by self-negating. You like basically negate the most useless effect you have. Inconsequential effect and discard the most like inconsequential card you have, and then you can make Dragoon go to 5k or 4k rather, and this is what I'm going to do here. I need to do that in order to get over this thing. I feel like Dragoon was the only way really to see. I could have went Titaniclad here. That's what I'm also thinking, like where I kind of went wrong. But like also since I had the Nadir Servant, I was thinking that I could just have Seb for follow-up with the Maximus, which I'm going to use Maximus to send 2 for my extra deck to the graveyard. We love Maximus. It's about to be really broken. And Fire Kings, apparently, they're using a Maximus Nadir play, Sam. I'm not sure if you know anything about that, but like also the new Ritual deck, I think, can utilize that.
So they're using the Bucephalus play, you said?
I believe they're doing the Nadir Maximus play, I think with Garura or Bucephalus, yeah. See, Bucephalus is only used in my deck, so you can also send the Brigand, but I've been moving to Garura, so I'm assuming they just play Garura for the draw one. And then if you see here, I'm right now doing the Dragoon thing. The judge is checking it. I'm doing the play here. I negate the activation of Branded Lost with my Dragoon. I activate Branded Lost from my hand, and I negate it with Dragoon because I pitched the Branded Retribution earlier that turn, and I'm able to reuse the Branded Retribution. My Dragoon goes to 4k. Like, everyone was looking at me like, what did I just do? And like, no one saw that one coming. And I have follow-up with the Maximus, sending the Lulu and the Albion to the graveyard. It's just kind of crazy, honestly. I was very proud of myself with that play. I probably didn't play exactly optimally with the Super Poly. I might have been able to go for game. I didn't have red, though, so it's fine. Like, I was able to set up the gimmick lock here. That's the thing. Also, I have no cards in hand, but, like, I'm going to have cards in my graveyard to get cards back.
Right. So, maybe they play Bucephalus to send
So we got a Bestial Lubella, Druid Swarm on
Alright.
Artesia.
Oh, and I get Druid Swarmed here. And he targets my... What does he target? I think he targeted my Cartesia, which was kind of confusing. Because if you don't banish my Lulu or my Albion here... I do think this was a slight misplay on Johnny's end, because if he had targeted my Albion or my Lulu, I would have been forced to use Dragoon there, because those two cards set up Gimmick Lock from here, which I think he didn't exactly see in that scenario. So I just let the Druid Swarm go through so he doesn't banish the Lulu or the Albion. I believe that's what just happened. No, I'm sorry, what were you saying, Sam? About just like, you think they use it because of... Oh, he does out the Quertus, but Quertus is just going to give me Quem, which is just insane here.
I don't really know what Fire King is trying to do. I don't know if they play the Tri Brigade cards or not. I know that they're probably playing the Diabellstar cards.
Yes, they are.
Because Ponix is a level 1 fire or whatever.
Honestly, he should have went for the Maximus here, because getting rid of the Quertus, like... I mean, I guess it, like, gets that out of the way for him. But Quem is just an issue. Like, Quem gets me everything here. That's the thing. He had the Magnamut too, so I'm gonna... Or wait, I can't even negate with Dragoon here. So he's gonna target the Albion with the Magnamut, which is understandable. I'm trying to think what I negated with... Oh, I had to negate with Dragoon to get over. But the fact I got Quem, I think, is the reason I was able to play through double Bestial my game 1. Like, this is why, like, this matchup was entirely not in my favor, outside of having Titanic and Dragoon, because he main decks Bestials. He also just because he runs Dispater too, he likes to do Dispater lines, and he Bestialed he opened 2 Bestials against me. Like, that's insane against like a deck that's trying to Gimmick Puppet. Or just like just to interrupt plays too. But we end with the Cartesia and the Quem, which isn't a whole lot, but we do have a card in hand for the Dragoon negate. So yeah, I don't think we are getting the Gimmick Puppet here. I actually might lose this round now that I think about it, because I don't have a whole lot. We're going to go for the Fuse on Cartesia to get me the Grand Guignol. However, I already have the Lulu and the Quertus engrave. So, like, right here, I'm just thinking how bad this Grand Guignol is, because it doesn't float into anything since my Quem and Maximus are already used too. As you can see, this is me just checking that over. It really just depends on what Johnny has here, if he can play through the Dragoon plus the Quem. Quem does do a lot here, though. I'm trying to, because Quem can target Quertus, and that's what I was talking about. Quem plus Quertus is insane.
Yeah.
So that's why I actually probably think I do pull this out. He can go for Chaos Angel here too. Like, you get rid of the Quertus, great. Special summon Quem. Quem brings back Quertus. You want to deal with that again? That's why, like, I'm not sure if that was exactly the play last turn, because you would have had to made me fuse off something else with Cartesia and bet on me having something in hand, which I probably did add a Cartesia to fuse off with, but still. Gets rid of a Dragoon fodder, basically. The Druid Swarm is going... Yeah, I'm getting another Druid Swarm resolved on me. Sam, do you see me out here just fighting for my life?
Bestials are so good, dude.
Yep, and we're main decking Super Poly, we're main decking Thrusts. We love the board breaking potential of those cards. Honestly, those cards were the best cards when I saw them that day. Dragoon obviously was the MVP for these. I do have a lot to do here, as Chandler said, but it's really all about him going into something here. He probably honestly should go battle phase here and get rid of the Quem, because if you trigger the Quem, you give me Quertus. So that's why I'm thinking this was maybe not the most optimal line, because if you go battle there, you just get rid of the Quem, and then he's targeting the Grand Guignol, which he doesn't know I have any targets left. I have no targets left, so that Grand Guignol was totally just like a soft target. And this is going to trigger Quem. I'm hoping I trigger it on this chain. Oh yeah, I'm thinking on the special summon of Quem. Or no, is he special thinking? Really, I did not chain Quem here. Oh no, I am doing. Wait a second. Did I just? Why? Yeah, I think on the same chain I can Quem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, why didn't I chain Quem there? I'm very confused what just happened there. I guess I just misplayed.
No, you did.
Because I didn't activate Quem at that point. It's okay. See, this is what happens on your 8th round. I think I'm going to lose from here then, because without having Quertus, I can't do much. I mean, he has Chaos Angel, and then he has Zephyros, and he has a lot to do. I mean, not a lot to do here, but he has enough that's going to be able to do, or probably just win this first round. I believe, yeah, this was like the double run back here where I lose the first, and then yeah, he goes into that. Yeah, we are just going to go into the game 2 right there. I'm just gonna, so if I summon Quertus there, I'm trying to think if I would have, because he could have gone into something that would have gotten around the Quertus, I believe. I mean, he might have been able to go.
He probably would have just
gone
Could he have made a full armor master?
Yeah, he could have made a full armor master. He could have. I'm not sure if he could have made the Dissipator or not, but that would have possibly gone around it. 2 with Retribution being activated, so I definitely got sloppy there at the end. That's really unfortunate. But it happens when you're on the 8th round of Swiss, when you woke up at 10 a.m. Also, what's up? We got 9 viewers right now. How's it going, y'all? So we see Anti-Spell, Droll, Pankratops, and Johnny's side deck. We see Xyz Encores, Evenlys. I still think Evenly's quite good. I need to get back on that. I see Lightning Storm and then Feather Duster. This event I was on like Crow. I was on Droll and Lockbird and Nibiru. I don't think I was on Droll actually. I was actually lucky. I didn't see anything with needed Droll, to be honest. I was like calculating I wouldn't see much Vanadium. And that ended up being the case.
Nice.
But the Nibiru was amazing all day today. Like, I won multiple games because of Nibiru. You just need to know how to use it, in my opinion, and the matchups that's good against. That's why I have it in the side deck. So yeah, let's see what we end up doing here. I will just say this does go game 3. So we're just going to speed up past the shuffling. And so we are going to open up with a fusion deployment, revealing Grand Gruignol. I was like, yeah, I should just reveal it for the camera. And we will go into the Cartesia. We obviously start this way with Branded to avoid the imperm on Aluber. You always like to play around that versus Droll, to be honest. Much more imperms than Droll. I think he does actually have Droll in hand, though. I could be wrong. We'll see. And then I pitched the Lubellion to search the Saronir, which is interesting because I think that means I didn't open up Aluber this turn. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have done that to try to play into Droll. And he doesn't have Droll, which is nice. But Cartesia plus Saronir equals full combo, and then we go Branded opening. Yeah, this is okay. So I could have played into Droll really badly there. I probably actually should have waited to search the Lubellion after the Lost. I just felt like my other cards in hand were more important. And like I got rewarded though because I got to pitch the Saronir and get for not playing around the Droll. It happens,
Right.
I mean, sometimes it's just like play into the nib. If you got it, is correct kind of thing. But I don't know if that was that situation.
I mean, as a Marincess player, it's all you can do sometimes. Like, if they have it, they have it,
Yep.
That's part of the game. So it's all YuGiOh at the end of the day.
Facts, brother. Also, remember, guys, this will be on the channel. So if you want to say anything in chat, it will get re-uploaded. Just don't be an asshole. So we get the Branded Fusion out from Aluber. We don't search the Lost. At this point, since we have Lubellion in the graveyard already, I'm just going to send the Cartesia plus the Albaz. I don't have a great line to make the Dragoon to protect the Gimmick Puppet. Unfortunately, this is one of my weaker hands. So, like, the play would have been either make the double Mirror Jade play or Albaz, or the gimmick puppet play. I figured I'd go with the gimmick puppet play because I get to also use the Branded Retribution pretty well in that situation. I do have Nibiru in hand, and Sanctifier on its own is pretty good. So we will go Chainlink to Cartesia on top of the Albion fusing. Because he obviously doesn't have the Imperm, and Grangoyle is going to come out, and I'm going to banish the Cartesia and Albaz, obviously, for the Sanctifier. I could have went Lubellion here, discard the Retribution, and then go Mirror Jade, but maybe I could have gone Mirror Jade, like banish the Luber. I already have the Albion, and then have something else, honestly. These are just things to think about. I just didn't want to play into Nibiru super hard either.
It's risky to do that. When, you won game 1, right?
I lost game 1. Johny won game 1.
Yeah. And it's out of 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's better to play conservative in game 2 like that, I understand. Not just get completely blown out.
Which I do believe he has Nib in hand. I think I'm currently at 4 summons. Oh wait, no, I did go Albion and that. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. Okay, he does have the Druid Swarm though, targeting the gimmick puppet. Which is going to go through, I believe. Oh no, it's gimmick puppet targeting Albion. That's crazy, actually. How do I win this game? Oh, I know. It's because he fucking plays into Branded Retribution. Because if he has another Bestial at that point, it's because he had 2 Druid Swarms. So, and I have the Branded Retribution, so he really needed to hit me with the Druid Swarm the turn before. I'm gonna be honest, because if I have the set Retribution, it's just over at that point. I can't use the set Retribution the turn before, so I was really lucky in that scenario. I will be 100% honest. Like, I'm misplaying through the as we pointed out too. So it's like, it's just little interactions with a deck that isn't very popular with Branded. Like, you can't, unless you really play Branded. Like, it's like he probably was thinking that was a Branded in red, if anything. However, I think the biggest tell was not me sending Branded Retribution off of like Saranir earlier this turn. So yeah, this is going to... I'm in a pretty good situation, I will not lie. I get to still use Cartesia this turn as well. We only run 1 Grand Guignol in this build, so I can't do a whole lot here, but we will still go into... I use Retribution to return the Grand Guignol, Sam, which is just... Isn't that insane? Insane value.
Nice.
Yeah, like, you don't need to run 2, just return it with Retribution. I love setting Retribution. It's one of the best ways to get around the Bestials with Branded. One of the best ways. Because no one really expects it. It's usually just an extender piece. So, yeah, we're just going to send the Albion because we already have 1 in Graveyard, but I was like, it's better to have the Branded Fusion and just, he's just going to scoop after that. Yeah.
However, going into game 3, Johny is on the play here. So he gets his full turn. We'll see if Chris has got interruptions.
I built my deck pretty well. I'm not gonna lie, because I know Branded. Like, the issue is your non-engine has to be really impactful. I have Lava Golems. I have evenly matched. I have Bestials. I also have the Albulinatus if I need to get over his dragons. I think that's fine. I have the Cosmic Cyclones and the Crows too. I'm not sure what they do against his deck, but like, going first, obviously, going second. We're gonna want those Lava Golems. If I see Lava Golem, like, I'm all set. I have the main deck Herald of the Abyss too, so it's... And the Nibiru will go very hard too, because they don't have an Omni Negate. We'll just fast forward here. All right, let's see. Oh, this is a very funny opening turn.
But if you really want to find out
So
what we
Johny
have,
opens
go ahead,
Double Ash,
visit
Imperm, Effect
wondeful.com,
Veiler,
where
and
you
the
can find our
Bestial.
website with a schedule full of events. So if you see something that you can like, come down and
I
try it.
open
That's
evenly
the
match
games
and
we
he
love to-
passes.
our motto is play
And
something
so
new.
now my hand
So
is
come
evenly
down, check
matched,
it out, play something
Fusion
new, and
Duplication,
try your hand.
Mercurier,
Let's
Super
play now.
Poly, so I have playable.
But ladies and gentlemen, we're going into game 3.
And he'll let the duplicate or deployment go through, which is slightly interesting. I mean, like, obviously, he doesn't want to use that. He wants to wait until the Branded Fusion. Which I don't have an into Branded Fusion here, actually, which is pretty funny.
Johnny, make him go first.
So, no, Chandler's asking if Johny made him go first, but no, Johny just drew all hand traps. We were just followed by Roberto Rivera. Thank you for following, brother. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
made him go first, so you can see Chris has the evenly matched in his hand too. So Johnny kind of playing my game.
Chandler, that is actually an incorrect statement. Johny did not make me go first. And we're gonna actually, this is where you're gonna see my Imperm column happen. We see Imperm on the Cartesia. I can't believe the Imperm column thing happened on feature match. That's slightly embarrassing. We will go. We don't have a whole lot to do here, but we do. Oh no, this isn't the turn that happens. But we do have Super Poly to set, and we have the live Cartesia for next turn, so it's fine. How do you beat Dark Zeus? As a branded player, that's actually something I haven't given a whole lot to think of. Johnny's gonna draw Black Whirlwind, which is, I feel like, pretty good with Simone. But I do have enough interruption to play through that, I feel like. But oh no, he does pass. That is not playable. I'll have to think about the Dark Zeus thing. It's something where you just want your board breakers. I've been thinking about running, like, you know, obviously evenly matched and Dark Ruler. I think Dark Ruler might be your best bet through Thrust and stuff like that. It's just something you kind of have to, like, exhaust of in my experience. But when it does hit, it does hurt. See, this is where Johny actually ashes my branded opening. So if I had branded Fusion in hand, which he obviously knows at this point I don't, because I would have used either of those cards last turn. He's going to Effect Veiler the Cartesia, and I can't use the Super Poly here. So it's going to be another pass here. Oh no, I'm going to be able to Thrust at least for a Fusion Duplication. I'm not running D-Barrier this game. That would have been nice, maybe, but like Fusion Duplication, I feel like does just enough to, if not more, establishing a board state, because I can obviously reuse the duplication or deployment, and then I'm just going to attack for 15 with Cartesia. The Super Volley is going to be really useful because all of his cards are dark, so I'm going to be able to hardcore interrupt his plays on top of the Black Whirlwind, needing the card to be on field to resolve. He's going to activate Simone, discarding Simone to activate the new Black Whirlwind from deck. I'm thinking on response here. It's like maybe I could fuse. Yeah, we're going to fuse with Cartesia because I want to get the Grand Guignol float with the monster effects, which is pretty smart of me to do, because it's going to trigger when it hits the board, my Grand Guignol. And it's going to go Black Whirlwind 1, and I could here go Super Poly into Dracostapelia, which wouldn't be a bad idea, but that also kind of exhausts everything I'm doing right here. I know from Edison, just like the name needs to be on board. So we do have the Tragedy and the Grand Guignol triggering as Chainlink 2 and 3, and then he's going to Ash the Grand Guignol, or I think no, I think he ashes the Tragedy, because I obviously chain block the Grand Guignol. 719 TCG, okay, I want to play the deck, but that card makes me not want to play it. Yeah, Dark Zeus is definitely a hard thing for branded, but like it's something where your non-engine just really solves that matchup. That's why I do love the Super Poly, and I do like Thrust into Talents to take and stuff like that. I think that's very important to do. And then he's going to activate the second Black Whirlwind, and this is the point where I do Super Poly in order to just get rid of his whole board. I guess this was the play because, and it worked out for me because this way he has like no cards in hand, and he's just getting a search off the graveyard effect, and the Black Whirlwind will not trigger because just like in Edison, Black Whirlwind needs the bodies on board to trigger. Make Garura, which is pretty good, honestly, in a simplified board state. Use that's like 3k. And then also I can just like fuse off with it and extend. Still a deck that I'm somewhat unfamiliar with, honestly, Blackwings. I just know how to deal with the board, which is a lot of the time what you need to do. And like, obviously their power points is like when they're trying to search off a Black Whirlwind, it's very much easy to stop their search.
And Johny packs it up.
And Johny packs it up.
Winning his round in top 8, securing his invite for
and yeah, oh wait, I just won that game. Okay, so that was a 2-0, guys. I thought we were going to game 3 here. Oh wait, no, I did get the game 2. I went game 3. Okay, my bad. So yeah, that was my feature match. I just wanted to commentate over it. We'll watch my interview though, because I have to show my interview, but I was very happy. I got my invite. We didn't win the event. We got top 4, but it's fine. I was very proud of myself because Branded keeps performing for me. When it's a deck that people don't believe in, I still think it's a deck that you can win an event very easily if you just know what you're doing and know the interactions. It's a deck that punishes you hard if you misplay and don't sequence right, but it's fine. So we're going to fast forward to the interview, and then we'll take a small break. Let's see.
Games GX on YouTube. See you, man. Thank you for that.
All right, I'm just gonna play this interview uninterrupted.
We got the #1 stunner from top 8. Chris, take a seat right here. The one and only Metagames GX on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Now in top 8, I did a lot better than I was expecting today so far. So
love to see it.
Now just looking
Dude, get this guy off the video. Oh my god.
So my record in Swiss was, I believe, 2nd place overall, and I went.
It
was like 4th. I got that wrong.
Dude, who is this guy that they're talking to?
I know, right? Like, he's such a cutie.
Get him out of here.
So
yeah, I'm sorry.
So you went X1 so far today. How do you feel about your chances of winning the event?
I'm feeling good. I'm on a deck Despia that is a pretty good meta call. I feel like right now, not a lot of people are thinking that Branded Despia is going to be showing up with Rescue Ace. Pearly and Tier Limit really taking over the meta, so I thought it was a good meta call, and so far it's been working out really well.
Nice. I mean, obviously, right, you're in top 4 now. Tell us more about your deck.
I like that red hoodie. We love red
hoodies
hoodies here. So I've been on the brand deck basically since
I need to
Power
start
Tier Limits
topping
got
events.
nerfed. I'm a fusion
That are,
guy,
like,
so I
important.
looked for the next best fusion.
Brother,
deck,
you
and
can.
Rescue
I
Ace
want
was
to see
like
your
a
name.
sub.
People
Maybe play
need to know the
Branded because I can play
three-wave
other
greatness.
that way, so I've just picked up the deck, and that's just been my
Yeah.
I know you have it in you too. Like Sam is one of the most insane players I know, especially on Marine Cess. He is the most. He's the best Marine Cess player I know of. No one plays the deck like he does. Just so I'm
I have video evidence of why 3-wave is good because of your channel.
Yes, there's so many feature matches you can go on. His win ratio is just like probably unparalleled in terms of feature matches on the channel.
So that kind of gameplay is very interacting, and
I have to.
Yeah, like a bunch of people are like, I just play 1 wave and they just play a bunch of hand traps. I'm just chilling over here with 3 wave. No one expects the second, let alone the third.
It's very good, especially
I
when
love
you.
it, dude. Like, it's such a high percentage of the time. It's such an insane card to have in your hand, whether you draw it for turn or just open it. It's so good.
Lucian, bro, play me and get cooked. Sam is the most insane player you know, question mark, question mark, question mark. And you know me, question mark, exclamation point, shade. I said he's the most insane Marine Cess player I know. What? Oh, we do love Sam. You are an insane player. And Lucian, you're very good too. Um,
Brand deck basically since full power tier.
Gotta go to Columbus though and win the event with me to prove it.
Next best fusion deck,
We do love
and
Sam.
Cash tier, I was like, I guess I'm gonna be playing Branded because I can play under Shifter that way. So I've just picked up the deck, and that's.
I can play under Shifter with Branded very easily.
Right, for sure, for sure.
I can't play under shifter literally at all. That feels so bad, man.
So
But-
I'm definitely excited to play against
I don't
Pearly.
care.
I think it's one of my toughest matchups, but
We love you,
that's why it
Lucian.
always feels really rewarding when I'm able to play through a Pearly board because the Despia engine doesn't really have an in-engine way to out the Noir all the time. You usually have to stop a loss and try to make them make their Noir affected.
I felt like I did like fumble my interview. I know it's just like an OTS interview, but I thought
Don't you want to see?
I was coherent.
I'd say Pearly too because that's my toughest matchup, but I'd say any Bestial deck because Bestial's definitely on my deck.
What up, Lucian?
For sure. It's tough when they
How you been,
have
bro?
spot removal in your graveyard. It's really tough to play around. My man, Shadow Gangster's been going crazy in the chat for you. I don't know if you know him, but this
I think
guy
that's
loves you.
Yuri.
So that's your boy.
Yeah, he cooked this list with me. We were both branded players from across the east to west coast, and we've just been cooking. This is a list that I was messing with. I originally came in or was thinking I was going to.
I forgot, what did you place at Columbus and take it to again?
5-ish card build that I'm on.
I placed like 55th, and it was like top 42. So like I bubbled. I went X3. There was multiple X3s that topped. It was just what it was. I mean, I should have went X2, you know.
I do not know.
All right.
I was
so,
not
ladies and
playing well
gentlemen,
that day. I will not
stay
lie.
tuned. We got Metagames GX here. He's
But
gonna
we
be
just went top
He's
4
only lost
at
one match
at this
one
OTS,
match
which was a 77-person OTS. So it was a small regional. You know, I played 9 rounds of YuGiOh. It was crazy.
Hey, so stay tuned. And you got any shouts? I don't know if you have shouts for your friends or anything.
Shout out to all my boys over at Genesis Gaming. Shout out to all my testing partners, obviously Yuri.
Shout out to all my
helping me with
boys.
The Despia list, and then
Hey.
shout out to everybody just at locals who keeps my skills up on a weekly basis because y'all really, I couldn't be like half the player I am without them.
Love to see it. Chris, best of luck in your next round.
I'm humble.
Thank you very much,
We'll
Chandler.
catch you soon.
Whoa.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We are going into top 4.
So oh god.
Yeah, Lucian, you totally should go to Columbus.